By the end of this video, you'll be able to combine multiple SQL tables and understand every major join type, and write queries that look much more like the ones you'll use in real jobs. Starting off with our files, I have the exact same SQL in the create table file as the previous video, which we'll be using today for our joins. Then we have our database stored in shop.db, of which I'll show the data here. The customers table, one table for products, and one for orders. Now let's jump straight into the joins inside of the joining SQL file. First of all, we do select star. This means we're working on all the columns from customers, the table we are working on. And now our join type. So inner join is going to be used here. Inner join returns only the rows with matching values in both tables. Left join returns all rows from the left table plus any matching rows from the right. If there's no match, the right table's columns are put as null. Right join returns all rows from the right table plus any matching from left. No match once again, it'll be missing values. Full outer join returns all rows from both tables matching where possible. Rows with no match on either side are included with missing values. And as I said, today we'll do an inner join at first, of which we'll be joining with orders. Then the columns we're joining by. Customers, our table, dot customer ID. The column in customer table. Then orders dot customer ID, the customer ID column in the orders table. This will return in the SQLite viewer the table when ran. As we can see here, the data has been merged via the customer ID. Next up, we can apply a table alias. This is so we don't have to keep repeating the same table name, and can use a shorter name for it during that command. So how do we do this? Select asterisk again, then from customers table, and then put as C. This is my example, so now when we do the left join, orders as O, we can write the join as c.customerID equals o.customerID instead. This does the exact same thing as previous, but just shows the alias. Following from here, we have a right join and a left join example. This is just some more examples to show what we've already gone through. Now, what if we don't want to see all the columns? Well, we now modify the select. The execution order in SQL is not very simple. Select is at the start, but it actually runs after everything else here. So we can do all the manipulation of data and then just display the columns we want after. So we first can stack the inner joins together. Start with an inner join of customer IDs between customer and orders table, and then on top of that we can use an inner join of, say, product ID between the products and the orders table. Great. So if we were using select asterisk, this would give us a table with lots of columns. So let's only see the columns we want. We want the first name from the columns table, the product name from the products table, and the quantity from the orders table. Now display that and we can see the columns we want, and this is the data after the joins via the IDs. Finally, instead of just displaying this table, what if we actually want to create it as a new table in our database? We start off with drop table if exists, join table. This will delete the table from the database if it is called joined table. This is actually rather easy when creating the table. Take the previous command and then just place create table command joined table as before it, and that will add it to the database when we run it. And as we can see now in the shop.db file. Then that is how we do joins in SQL. If you found this video helpful, please like the video and subscribe to support the channel, and I hope to see you in the next video.